Welcome to another episode of Exposed. Exposed is a youth talk show on Mohawk TV. The purpose of the show is to expose the issues that matter to Kahnawaka's youth and to provoke thought and discussion on those issues. I'm one of your panelists, Jessica Deere.
I'm Karen Jacobs.
And I'm Hogan Gilbert.
So today on this week's show, the first thing we wanted to mention was the MCK sent out a press release earlier this week saying that Quebec will implement a new system that will allow Native people to receive point-of-sale tax exemption for gas purchased on reserve. So I guess that's kind of a good thing.
Makes it easier for us to get tax-free gas.
Yeah, I know, but you don't get that awesome check halfway through, you know. Would you ever send in your gas taxes?
No, I haven't done it yet.
It's like a big surprise at the end. But I mean, it'll be cheaper in the long run, I guess.
But I guess, well, I don't drive, so I don't have to buy gas. But is there a lot of people who do file for like gas taxes or?
Well, not everybody in my family does. I haven't done it yet, but I'm accumulating. I have like a big pile of those receipts in my glove compartment.
I get about $300 a year just in taxes back taxes. Yeah, no, I don't do that much. Well, actually, that's a complete lie. I do a lot of driving. So I always get my my little form slip things from the gas guy.
But I'm sure there's people who don't file for their taxes. So.
Oh well, yeah. I've been driving since I was like 16, and I only started doing it last year because I didn't realize how much you could get. And my parents told me that it's a good idea to start getting your receipts. So I started taking, and now I do it all the time as I came in.
Yeah, I've already been pre-programmed to get receipts from gas in town because my parents have been doing it forever, so.
Now it's just time to file.
I know.
But anyways, the implementation of this new system will start July 1st, so.
That's cool.
I'm sure the MCK will be notifying the community when more information is made available. I'm sure there's people that have plenty of questions, and somehow I bet it's going to be some kind of controversy, but whatever.
Yeah. Anytime Quebec does anything regarding us, it's always controversy.
So I guess for the rest of the show, we wanted to have the overall theme be about taking risks versus partaking in risky behavior. So my first example was, is for body modification, because I recently got some more ink done on my half sleeve. If viewers are not aware that I have one, I do. And I'm not showing it this week because it's kind of swollen and still healing. But so what do you think about body modification?
What do you think about body modification? You got stretchers,
Oh, no,
don't you?
I mean, body modification comes in all forms, right? Like, I have my lip pierced, and I have stretched ears, and you guys got tattoos.
I have a couple.
Yeah. Only a couple, but I don't know. I think it's cool, but I think it's cool when you take care of it, because when you don't and things go wrong, it's not so fun anymore.
Yeah. Anytime you get like a piercing or a tattoo, there's always some sort of risk involved because you have to take that chance. If it's your first tattoo, you got to take that chance. But are you going to trust the guy? Is he going to do a good job? Are you going to be able to take care of it well enough?
But also, I mean, if it's your first tattoo, do you think you can handle the pain?
Or if you're really going to keep it forever?
That's one of the things. That's why I don't have any tattoos, because I can't come up with something that I'm going to love forever, and I'm kind of really difficult with that. I'm so indecisive, so yeah. I have all these great ideas of tattoos that I want, but I haven't actually gotten there yet, so.
And you hear of a lot of those people that they have that tattoo, that one tattoo that they regretted getting, when they're, in their early 20s. It's like a disco ball, somewhere, unmentionable.
Yeah, every tattoo artist I've spoken to, or just dudes with a lot of tattoos, they always say they've got their first tattoo covered up. But my first tattoo said friends. My second one said family. So I don't think I'm ever going to get that covered up.
Well, that's not so bad. You made good choices for your first tattoos. But
my first tattoo is a little star on my wrist. Me and my friend, actually. And it's a bad thing to do, but we decided to get matching tattoos on a whim.
What if you guys disown each other one day? Just kidding.
Yeah,
that would be bad. But I mean, if it's something that you've really thought about and it's a commitment, then it's fine. I think that's why piercings for me was a lot easier because I can take it out eventually.
Yeah.
That whole
I used to have
close.
piercings.
Yeah, I mean, my ears right now they're stretched to a point where if I do take them out, I'll be able to wear regular earrings eventually. Cause I thought about that because I don't want big holes. I'm gonna be an old lady with saggy earlobes and it's gonna be so gross. No.
You could be that old lady, You could be like the crazy old lady down the street with the saggy earlobes and the 13 cats.
No, I'd like to have grandchildren. Thank you.
I tried to do the whole piercing thing, but I got an infection and so I ended up taking it out and. I was on an industrial piercing, but I didn't like the whole thing where you have to kind of soak your ear in water and stand there, awkwardly stand there for 10 minutes and.
Yeah, I had my ear stretched too, but I was an idiot and I didn't take care of it, and they got infected. One morning I woke up and there were tunnels. I woke up, I was like, hey, where's the tunnels? And I poked them, and they're my ears had swollen up that much that they swallowed the tunnels. I was like, okay, I have to take these out. I think it's called a blowout.
Yeah, that's a blowout. Yeah. Well, you went to go get it done? Right?
Yeah, I got it done. I didn't do it myself. Yeah.
I did it myself all 5 times.
I went from a nothing to a 0 in 3 steps.
Really?
Yeah, I went with a straight 12. He had to dig it out.
Yeah.
Went through a 12, and then I went from a 12 to a 6, and then from a 6 to a 2, and then a 2 to a 0.
Yeah, no, mine were pretty quickly like that, and but the thing is when I did it, I started doing it when I was 14, and my mother was psychotic about not getting infections, and she's like, I don't know what you're doing, what's wrong with you? So
sorry,
my mother's the same way, but I guess that's just the way they are.
But I mean, it's fair, right? If it's something that, because obviously I wasn't a professional piercer, so it's not like I'd ever done it before. I don't know, I researched as much as I could about how to do it, so eventually I considered myself a professional in my own right, because I never had an infection. But I mean, I understand where she was coming from, being very, make sure everything's okay, and, things, if it gets infected, you're taking it out, stuff like that. She wanted it to be really regulated, so I turned out okay.
Every time I get a tattoo, I usually hide it for about 3 or 4 days.
Until it heals.
Until it's a little bit not swollen. And then I'm like, hey, look what I got, Mom. She's like, wow. And she went crazy. Not for this one, though. This one's pretty. Anyways.
Well, that's what I'm doing right now with my tattoo. I have it covered up because it's at that point where it's just getting scabby and it's
gross and flaky.
Yeah, it just looks gross and it's itchy and.
That's part of taking care of it, though.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because I was just thinking about this. How our parents are kind of they get overly excited when something happens or angry. How would you react to it though if your kids were going to get piercings or tattoos?
I wouldn't mind because I have tattoos.
Yeah. Well, I've thought about that.
The thing is, I would Well, I waited until I was 18 to get my first tattoo, and with my piercings, I had my ears pierced when I was 7 or 8, but. I wouldn't encourage younger people to do such a thing like a tattoo that's it's with you for life and it's expensive to get them removed and it hurts even more.
Yeah.
But when you're young, you change a lot by the time you're 16 to 18. You may not like something that you get tattooed when you're 16 or 2 years later.
That you really loved when you were 14. You're I want it tattooed, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, what did I do?
Yeah.
And you have that Backstreet Boys heart with you forever.
Just have to think things through really well. That's why I got friends and family right away, because I'm never going to lose my friends or my family.
Well, yeah, because friends are a constant. Even if they change, they're always going to have friends.
I'm always hey, that's you on that arm.
I was thinking about you then.
But yeah, I guess what my advice would be to wait until you're a little bit older, because you never know you may be like her and change your mind about what you want to get every once in a while.
Or you maybe might like me, and you just kind of plan on getting everything covered up later.
So with that, we'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with more Exposed.